Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chef's Meal, where we talk about whatever and never and everything else in between. Ladies and gentlemen, Rush Hour in the building. Welcome to the Chef's Meal. My name is Casey.
Hey guys, I'm Sean, and we're two chefs going on about our lives, one finished plate at a time.
Now we talk about whatever and never and everything else in between. Now, for some technical difficulties today, Sean, we are we're having a little bit of an issue, but it's okay. We figured it out. Thank you to Skype. We love you guys.
Love you guys.
Quick sponsor to the show. If you guys want to send us some stuff, I'll wear your Skype logo, even though it's already in the profile. But Sean, here's a question, real quick.
Okay.
Is cereal soup?
Wow. It has all the properties of soup, right? It's like you got a liquid. There are some solids. It's not an emulsion. So, wait, well, I was going to say it doesn't have to be hot. Because you could have gazpacho, and gazpacho is cold. Yeah. So, cereal is soup.
Soup.
Yeah. I'm going to say cereal is soup.
Should we start a revolution and just call cereal soup? It's like, hey, nice soup you have there.
You know what? I think
it'll catch on, maybe.
I think you should, help people realize what they're actually getting into. Yeah. Okay, so would you say a bowl of oatmeal is soup?
Yeah, it's porridge. That's soup.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's just a different okay, would
Is a cup of tea soup?
No, see that it's only liquid though.
But there's solid.
There can't be clear broth. That is correct. But tea specifically, you infuse the water with tea leaves, just like as in coffee. You brew something to max. However, with an open faced sandwich, pizza.
Check it out now.
Yes. Pizza's an open face. Yeah. I'm gonna say pizza's an open face sandwich because
there's too many syllables in open face sandwich. There's 5 syllables, and pizza is just 2 syllables. Yeah. I think that's why.
Hot dog open face sandwich as well. Right? I mean, if we that is true. This is where we're going.
That is where we're going.
What about a cracker with cheese?
Oh, but those are just kind of 2 items. Oh, I actually.
Right?
Damn. If you put the fixings on it.
Sure.
Yeah. Wow. Mind blown right now, Sean. I have some crackers. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make me a cracker sandwich.
Right. You're right there. I mean, the way even if you get a box of Ritz, I mean, they present it as such. They're just like, here's some Ritz crackers and cheese and some chives and they're setting up a sandwich.
Hold on. All right, I'm plugging in the other. I'm trying to see if you can hear it. I worked hard and diligent on this, Sean.
Okay, let's see.
Were you able to hear that? Did it come through?
Nothing.
Damn it.
With our technical difficulties this week, I can't even see Casey, so I'm assuming he's doing something. He might not be doing anything.
I am. So I figured out. I have all. I'm not even gonna. I will let you know when it happens because it'll be a good thing altogether. So I'm just gonna put my phone away. So today's meal is presented to you by technical difficulties. I love you. I hate you at the same time. And here's a cool thing. I forgot to save the scene. So meaning save the loadout thing that I managed to create on the thing that we usually use. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have to recreate all that after our conversation today and make sure I save it into a file so I can pull it back up just in case it crashes once again. So if anything, learn how to future proof and save and have a backup of a backup when you're recording because it's important. Otherwise, it would happen. This stuff would happen like this. Oh my goodness! Now, Sean, I think we should talk about. Excuse me.
Oh my
I have
goodness.
this crazy phlegm, like I'm trying to get rid of, and it's just phlegm. Like I've had it for like 2 weeks now. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I think we should talk about that one thing at work.
Oh,
because I think we could talk about it now.
Okay, I feel like the word is out.
I think the word is out. So just in case everyone's aware, Sean and I will be unemployed in the next month.
Well, that's not 100% true.
Maybe just me.
Yeah, maybe.
Our restaurant has finally decided to close our doors. Ladies and gentlemen, is the sad truth.
Yeah.
We are no longer. I am no longer going to be employed. Come December 21st.
Yeah.
At our restaurant.
At our restaurant.
It's a long time coming. We kind of go bob and weave into it. However, there was a lot more legwork that happened this year that kind of gave clues into it. So we are officially going to be closed December 21st. I know you're sad. Okay, I get it. It's You're no longer going to be able to dine in our fine establishment here in New Jersey.
Well, at least not that one.
No, seafood establishment here in New Jersey. However, so that's the big news. The bigger news, and this is what I kind of want to get into, Sean.
Okay.
The American Dream Mall. So I'm gonna put it. Do they even have a wiki yet?
I don't know.
American Dream Meadowlands.
Yeah, Meadowlands. Yeah.
Hold on. If we click into it, October 25th. There you go. They updated it. So the American Dream Mall has been opened. This is essentially the biggest mall in America.
Yeah.
When it fully opens, like the entire thing.
Says a lot that a retail establishment is called itself the American Dream. I think it's pretty fitting for 2019. Just saying.
How do you feel about it, Sean? Because there's a lot of mixed reviews, kind of.
Yeah,
like, what does that entail on all the other businesses? You know?
Yeah, I mean, again, that's a kind of reflection of big business in everywhere, but I mean specifically, in the United States. I mean, yeah, that large mall is going to open, and it's immediately going to change the business landscape for everything surrounding it. I mean, you could even argue that mall opening is kind of like put some constraints on the business that's happening at the mall complex that our restaurant's at.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting concept, right? Because you have this giant mall, again, like you said, one of the largest malls in the United States and probably in the world. It has indoor amusement parks. It's going to have dozens of restaurants and all sorts of retail establishments for all sorts of goods and services. And, in a world that is trending more and more to doing and conducting business online, even for dining, through like stuff like Seamless and Grubhub and Open Table and they got to find different ways to get people to leave their houses and their smartphones to kind of get the goods and services that people want to be able to provide and sell. And this looks like, this might be the way of the future,
Is it though? Because if you think about it, our mall is the largest in New Jersey, the one that we work in currently. Okay?
Sure.
The opening of this mall, now thus becoming the biggest mall, technically in footprint in the U.S. So this is the biggest mall ever to be opened, and its services. If you can see this little what you call that? The little map on on the wiki. It literally harbors the entire of New Jersey. It can service all of it.
And New York. I mean, again, right there. That's, Midtown Manhattan that you're, swirling your mouse over. And again, for me, I live in Brooklyn, which is on the other side of that body of water on that map. And, to get to that mall, we're talking half-hour drive.
Yeah, pretty much. Like 2 bridges over and you're there.
I mean, it has a Nickelodeon universe amusement park. I have a daughter, and sure enough, in the coming years, I mean, we might be stopping into this American Dream Mall to check out the attractions.
Over 500 stores are expected to open on the inside of it.
Yeah,
bananas.
I mean, it looks like, they're not going to open with those stores. Like, they're going to open up with some of the attractions, and then they're going to have like a soft launch, and then launch wider a little bit later. But yeah, this is, again, American 2019 and 2020.
Yeah. The reason I bring it up is because it's going to funnel so much traffic. Currently, right now, if you live in the Secaucus area on the Hudson County, this will delay you to hell because Route 3 is right there, 46. The city gets off at 3, right off the George Washington Bridge, and that's all the funnel is into that mall, pretty much.
Sure.
Right? They want the highway go right, or if you go from 80 the other way, from the bridge over, literally 5 minutes, you can get to this mall, and it just, I don't know, man. I'm curious to see it. And I was joking with our managers, kind of. I was like, hey, I'll see you guys at the mall at the other one. One thing I do want to bring up really quickly, it is going to be a paid endeavor. Like, you can't park there for free. This is, I think in New York, they have some malls there or some establishments where you cannot park for free. You have to pay for parking.
Yeah, some of them. I mean, even like the Target and little mall complex that's a few blocks away from where I live now. I mean, they have like paid parking, but parking in New York is always at a premium.
Yeah, it's always at a premium because it's such a small city to begin with, but lots of people are trying to be in it. But man, I'm really curious. I hope there's like a mega. Man, would it be cool if like Chef Ramsay opened a restaurant here called like Ramsay? And all it is people, or rather him, every time somebody orders something, a curse word comes out because in his voice. I would love to be, something. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm excited for the endeavor. 33,000 spaces in parking. There's going to be its own public transportation. So if you're in the city, you can take it from Port Authority. It will go, I think 3 bus stations will be able to get to there. But currently, you can access it with the 85, 355, 356, 703, 772. I know we're talking about it quite a bit because this will impact us so heavily here in Jersey, New York.
Change something significantly. I mean, you can't have a retail presence like that and not pull business away from other competing businesses. I mean, people only have but so much money to spend and so much time to spend it with. So we'll see. I mean, it's an interesting idea. It's opening in the shadow of the stadium in which like the Giants and the Jets play in. Mm-hmm. So, the infrastructure is there to kind of get people in and out, but it will be interesting to see what that means for, like you said, for the individual traffic, cars and such that will be traveling there more frequently than just for the big events for, football and concerts and the like.
Do you think, with the exception of this ball, and I say that sparingly because would that finally lift the ban on the Sundays? And you know this as well as I do. If for all you guys listeners in New Jersey, in North Bergen County, in Bergen County specifically, there's this thing called the Blue Law, where no establishments except for food or something with food related.
Like supermarkets
and stuff are the only ones that can be open on Sundays. But with the event of such a huge, all I see is tax dollars literally funneling into it. Would they, you think, lift that ban finally after all these years?
I mean, I would assume that they will try to leverage as much as possible to get that place running as many days as possible. I mean, I would think also with the football stadium like right across the street, they're going to have people coming to that space already. Oh, yeah. So maybe that land is already apportioned to kind of be exempt from, the blue laws that exist in that part of Jersey.
Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm curious. I want to see what it actually does to the landscape of all of us. Because right now, I mean, I'm trying to get out of the Bergen County because it's so heavy. Taxes so super high. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just in Jersey. Sean lives in New York, and it's a whole different atmosphere over there altogether. But man, I would maybe like Southern Jersey. When I say Southern Jersey, Central.
Okay.
Because if you say Southern, like actual Southern Jersey, Sean, if you ever pass like exit 132 or like exit far. 10 on the turnpike, it becomes farmland. Like down South Jersey, like Vineland, New Jersey, it is straight up farms. You feel like you're in the Midwest down that way. But when we say South Jersey, it's like Central Jersey.
Gotcha.
Maybe 20 minutes. It's like 20 minutes away. Different taxes, different atmosphere altogether. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But, I digress. Are you ready for Sean's Tech Tuesday?
Sean's Tech Tuesday. Sean's Tech Tuesday.
Well, it's not really Tuesday right now, Sean, but the listeners don't know that.
They don't know that. It's been a week. Let's just say that. The status of our restaurant has changed a lot of things significantly at work.
Yeah.
And it just means for a lot of long hours that we're putting in as we're kind of gearing up toward the end. So my brother was too tired to do things on a Tuesday morning. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, man.
Just way too tired. I'm
with you, man. I
mean, too tired. But we're here for you today, and hopefully, when you're listening to this, you enjoy our output.
Yeah, my foot is currently on
everyone is on
hiatus. Is that what it is?
Oh, dude!
I woke up Tuesday morning and it ballooned. It just kind of.
Everyone is on injured reserve. Like everybody is on injured reserve. I was nursing like a 2-day migraine. It just oh man, long days. Yeah. But we kind of know what's happening at the end, and respect to everyone who's marching toward that.
Yeah. So Sean's Tech Tuesday.
Yeah.
What you got for us, Sean? Tuesday.
So my Tech Tuesday is not gonna be that long. It's kind of gonna be a rant. So I know you happen to have a Pixel phone, and
I do.
As such, you are not bound to Apple's defiance or
fuck Apple.
I'm not going all the way there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there with my rant, but I want to talk about the Lightning cable.
Ooh.
So if you guys aren't aware, or you probably are, there are iPhones everywhere in America. You'll notice that a few years ago, Apple changed their connector. It used to be a 30-pin connector. Whoa. Hold, please. I'm getting a FaceTime. Hey, boo-boo. I can't talk to you right now as I am recording a podcast. And my daughter is staring. She's with my mother right now, and she's just looking at me and wondering what's going on.
Hi,
Casey
bud.
says, hi, Mom. Brookie, I love you, and I know she can't see. All right. Bye, Brookie. I love you.
That is golden.
Oh, I love you. We'll talk to you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, she's just looking so forlorn. I think she just woke up. She's staying with my mother. And okay. So we're going to call Brookie back. This is Tech Tuesday, when you get a FaceTime when you're recording a podcast. But yeah, like I was saying, Apple had like a 30-pin connector that they use for their portable products, and they switched to the Lightning connector, which is an 8-pin cable, to significantly cut down on the amount of space that the cable would take on a phone. So put one up.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a Lightning cable. And it's really cool because it can pass video, it can pass audio, it can pass data and power in a conveniently small cable. But I feel like these are the least durable cables of all time. Like cables. I don't get it. Like, you know, I try to buy only the Apple certified or, you know, Apple branded ones, but they have a significant flaw, which is that like the contacts on the bottom of these things just erode. Yeah. And you can't charge anything. You know, like I have I'm using an iPhone 8 Plus, so I can do wireless charging, which with one of these bad boys here. And that works. It's slow, but it gets the job done. But man, these Lightning cables, love-hate relationship, man.
How much are they right now? Let me go to Amazon, because I haven't even looked it up in so long.
You can find them anywhere from like $6 to like $30 for like the Apple branded ones. And the thing that sucks is like
$24 for the Apple ones.
Yeah. Wow. See, the thing is like, so Apple, you know, everyone else uses USB, and from what I understand, there's no licensing fee that they have to pay if you're a manufacturer of a USB cable to like a USB consortium. It's just like a standard that like everyone can just manufacture. But Apple, you know, they want to control the peripherals that are made for their devices. So to use this, you know, you're supposed to pay a licensing fee. You know, and they say that, like, look, they want to be able to guarantee that the cable's going to work with their products, and, you know, they want to instill that customer confidence. But the cable's just a road, man. And, like, I just feel like, you know, while it's working, it works well, and then they just don't work, and then you have to replace them. And I'm hoping in the future that Apple will kind of acquiesce and move on to a USB standard that's more compatible with what everyone else is using.
With everyone else, like USB-C, because it's amazing.
Yeah, USB. And again, it's like when I was reading that they made the Lightning connector and they wanted to work. They wanted to make it easier for the customer. So if you notice here, it has connectors on both sides. That way you can just stick it into the phone or your iPad or your Mac if it had like the appropriate connector, and it doesn't matter what side you put, it's just gonna work.
It's gonna work.
Right. You know, like USB cables, if you notice, like I think except for USB-C, those can work in both ways. The older USB style connectors are kind of trapezoidal because they only work in one orientation. But dude,
no, trust me. I brought up the calculator because I'm interested, right? Let's say, does you and your wife have both Apple products?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so it's $24 average on the Lightning cable ish,
give or take. Sure.
If you get the Apple standard, so let's go for the Apple standard. Sure. How many cables do you think you currently own just in your home?
I'm literally looking at 3 cables right here, and that's just in this room. I'd have to assume that there's probably 6 cables floating around, but maybe 2 of them work right now.
Okay, so that equals to $144 just on the 6 cables. How many cables do you think you have in your car or at work or in your person that you don't have in your house?
I would assume there's probably another 3. Like, I definitely have one in the car. I have one in my bag that I walk with, and I'm assuming that V probably walks around with a cable or 2 in her purse, you know. And again, I'm not saying that like every time I spent $24, but sure. I mean, for the sake of this, you know, we'll say $24. I mean, only thing I always try to get actual Apple certified compatible cables. I don't buy like the cheapest of the cheap.
Because it does fuck it up. That's why I'm just kind of mentioning the Apple. So let's give or take 11 in total that you have all together. $264. Let's just say this is just for the first year. Okay, none of them break. However, let's say one of them kinks out, which they do, and Apple makes a killing on these damn things.
Sure.
Let's say, I don't know, you buy an extra 3 in that first year. So that 11 turns to actually 14. So let me go do that one more time. Into 14. $336 just in damn connectors.
Sure.
Alone. Sean, I've had my phone for a little over a year now. Still the same cable. It's amazing. It doesn't kink. It's USB-C. It is. It gives you the highest performance and the data transfer and all that bojunk. But man, I haven't spent a dime on.
Yeah, and also there's like the convenience factor. It's like, despite the fact that there are a lot of Apple phones out there, especially in the United States, generally, if you don't happen to have a cable, you're probably going to run into someone who has an Android and they're using USB, or you're going to be close to a USB device that you can kind of get a charge off of. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not obviously I don't know any Apple engineers, but I would implore them, like, hey man, get on that USB-C. Like, make it an option. Make it an option.
Yeah, hey, that's a good compromise. Kind of like, hey, can we pay, I don't know, X amount to get the USB-C format instead of the Apple Lightning dongle that everyone fucking.
Because I mean, at this point too, it's like I almost want to say the connector for USB-C is smaller than the Lightning, so it's like it might even provide for a little bit more room inside, the actual guts of the phone, maybe for more battery. Just saying. Again, just saying.
Yeah, USB Type-C is a 24-pin USB connector. It goes on both sides. It's kind of both ways on the phone and actually on the port cable in itself, and it gives you a definitive insane speed, etc., etc. And I think I can charge my phone in under 35 minutes, like fully plugged in. Yeah. It would just go. However, the little docking stations, that one is a hit or miss kind of in what you have. I don't have one at the house. I just have the cable running around because it's cheaper. 2, I don't want to have to buy another thing that I can just have to plug in and junk, because there's a lot of plugins already at the house altogether. So what is your final say on this USB thing?
I mean,
for your consumption.
For my consumption in my life, I wish Apple, again, I'm probably, when it's time to upgrade this phone, I'm gonna get another iPhone. I'm already in on the infrastructure and the marketplace as far as the apps and usability, so I'm not gonna change that. I do know that Apple has used USB-C on their newer Macs. I mean, my Windows laptop that I have back here uses USB-C. I wish, again, Apple provide an alternative.
Yeah. Eventually they'll be on that same wavelength, and then everyone will be a little happier. But I can tell you right now, everyone's gonna be a little salty, just like myself, because they're like, oh my god, all those fucking years with the damn Lightning cable that sucks from you guys. Now you guys switch to the other one, and Android will be like, hey, look, USB Type 4 or some junk. And then Apple will drag in. But hey, to each their own. That's how I like to call it. So right into the Zen Garden, Sean. Okay. I wanna take a moment, just kind of breathe, because I'm looking at the calendar right now. Today is the 31st. Happy Halloween to everybody.
Hey, happy Halloween.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks to go.
7 weeks.
For you and myself. At least for the restaurant that we currently work for. We have 7 weeks to go. We have 7 weeks for everybody else before Christmas. That's why I say that. Are you guys ready? That's the main thing I kind of want to get into. I've already purchased my cranberry sauce.
Hey,
I've already purchased those little the canned stuff already stocked, all ready to go. I have the pre-made. I love it. I don't know why, Sean. I shouldn't buy them, but I fucking love them. The turkey gravy, the little
Okay, look, whatever works for you. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever works for you. You're the one who's gonna be cooking. You're the one who's gonna be prepping. And yes, could you do a turkey gravy from? You want to make it from scratch? Sure, you could. But again, in this application for you, for you and your family, go with a packet of gravy. It's fine.
Is it like sacrilegious though? We're two chefs, and I'm telling you, I'm using the damn packet.
No, I don't think so. Because I think you just got to go with what is going to be, convenient for you. You don't have to. Again, I don't know. I don't think you have to reinvent the wheel every time you're going to make a dish. I mean, personally, like sometimes I might season my chicken with like the Lipton soup packets.
Yeah.
Because it has like, again, as a base, it has everything that you need. And again, I'm still going to do some other stuff around that, but that's out of a pouch and I have no problem saying that I would do that. Again, there's an aspect that you have to follow when you're cooking at home. So
that is true.
If it tastes good and it's gonna play up to the sensibilities of the people that you're cooking for, go for it.
There you go. So in the Zen Garden, guys, it will be here in a second. Okay, as right now is Halloween. By the time you snap your finger again, it is Thanksgiving, and if you're not ready, you're probably going to be in that line hating yourself because you have to wait in front of like 300 people doing the same exact thing because they forgot.
You're going to elbow a grandma for some canned gravy. And
hey,
it happens.
Old lady.
Like, it happens because like people it catches up to them. I mean, even your turkey, go get it a few days before. It's going to make things easier. You're going to let it defrost. It's going to cook better. It's going to be better for you.
Marinade or no marinade? I know I've already asked you this, but I specifically asked that because I'm not getting a turkey.
Okay,
I'm just getting a turkey breast.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So we still have turkey. I love the turkey, I really do, but I just don't want to do the entire thing. It's just my wife and I. Like, what are we gonna do with the entire turkey here at the house? Nothing.
Right.
It's gonna be for decoration.
You're gonna bring it to work, and everyone else is gonna be passing turkeys off. Like everyone has turkey. It's like it's no secret, right? Man, I got some turkey. It's like I got turkey too, man.
Turkey sandwiches.
So yeah, man.
Turkey
like
burritos, turkey quesadillas,
right?
Turkey stews.
Making turkey pizza
bowls. Turkey pizza. There we go.
So man. I think if it's just you and your wife, your brother, and it's just gonna be your cooker. Just cook what you need. Don't waste, but still set yourself up.
Yeah. So go ahead and do your shopping now. Anything that you can think of that you might need in dry goods. Let's say you need like the little foil tin containers. Get that now. The little cranberry sauce that I've already gotten. Get that now. Any like to go containers that you might be thinking
that's
of
V's tip.
to go.
That's V's tip.
That's,
get it now. Go to your Dollar General, your Dollar Tree.
Put it right into it right into the effort because you're gonna use it. Everyone's gonna want to have it.
You're gonna be a superhero.
Do the work. This is mise en place, what we call in the restaurant, and just it will make your life a lot easier. That's literally what I'm getting into. But the only thing, do not buy frozen vegetables. Don't do it.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
Those can wait. That's okay. The only frozen vegetables I get is peas because I love peas. Those are okay. Don't get those raw because you would have a fit. I don't know if you guys ever seen raw peas. They come in a shell. You have to shuck them. When you shuck them, they still have a skin on it. You have to shuck that. And then you're pissed off because you have to do like 800 of them. And it only yields like a pound.
Agreed.
Yeah. Now, in closing, Sean, I know we kind of let's get into just a little bit more food. Can you tell, or rather, I know I've asked you this. Give me one more recipe for Thanksgiving that people might want to do on their end.
Okay. We'll talk sweet potatoes or yams. Now I'll just
Oh,
use my recipe, or at least the basics as such. All right. So you can either get canned yams, but I'll start with just regular raw sweet potatoes.
mm-hmm.
All right. So you'll rinse them and then peel them. You'll set a pot that's gonna be large enough to hold as many potatoes as you're going to need, and you're gonna boil them to about 70-80%.
Mm.
At this point, you'll start to reduce the water. And you can now add in your seasoning, so your brown sugar, nutmeg, and cinnamon, and you'll start to mash and whip them down a little bit. And then here's what I add a little bit of orange juice or pineapple juice.
Ooh, some OJ feels.
Right. Now you're gonna keep a watchful eye on the pot. So you can either you can either do it in two ways. You could continue to mash it, or if you don't want to mash it, you could have sliced those potatoes into medallions or into coins or into a dice. And then you'll have like more like the typical candied style.
Mm. And it's baked, correct?
No. So I would either be doing it on a pan on the stove or a pot on the stove for either the pot for mashing or in a saute pan or a large pan for candying.
Got it. I mean I think that goes. My mother loves that kind of. Like she just loves sweet potatoes. That she'll do just a thing of sweet potatoes by herself with marshmallows. For some reason, she just loves it. Broil it, and then she just goes to town. She loves it so much. It's whatever that fancies you. However, I just want to bring an attention to you, Sean. I don't know if you've seen this. We'll read some reviews. This is a so if you guys haven't noticed, on Thursdays I do other interviews, right? And my last question, because we always talk about food, I always ask, have you ever had Spam? Now this is a throwback to anyone that's old, or to anyone that was part of the war back then, or just something that you grew up with your parents giving you Spam. Now this one says, from Brian76, Spam matters. Food brings people together. I especially love the episodes where he interviews random guests and they discuss life, lifestyles, and food. Who knew people could bond over Spam, Sean? The reason I bring that up, and other closing, did I tell you about the pumpkin spice Spam that I consume?
Yes, you did.
I did, right? Sean, it is $27 for that one can. I went ahead and bit the bullet. I got it. It is disgusting.
Sounds to say $26.99 more than you should have paid.
It is $1.50 at the stores, just the regular ones, or $2 for like the other teriyaki flavored ones. Okay,
sure.
The pumpkins, they know it sucked, but for their gimmick, I went ahead and played with it. So I purchased it. It is disgusting. It tastes. Ever had what the pumpkin spice latte on Starbucks, right?
I'm aware, yes.
Okay, so if you can imagine that same taste, add congealed pork on top of it, and then like it will taste like pork, and then a little bit of pumpkin spice, and then it will peter out, and then pork again, and then it will come again, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah,
is going in my mouth. It is disgusting.
I'm glad you embarked on that journey for us.
I love you, Spam. Okay, just in case you guys are listening, I love you. I want your products. I would love to be sponsored. I hate your pumpkin spice Spam. I feel like I was cheated out of my $26 that I ordered for. But I have to try. I had to try it. I've had all the other Spams. My favorite is the low sodium one, regular. I don't know what it is. It crisp was really good. Or the teriyaki one, if you've ever had it. Amazing. Only because maybe he has teriyaki. And I was like, oh my God, an Asian twist on it. Everything has a teriyaki. I don't know why. But anyway, I digress one more time. Chef Meals airs every Tuesday with Sean and myself. And on Thursdays, we'll interview everybody else. However, in a new format in about, I want to say, because I only have maybe 6 more episodes, in about 3 more weeks, it will just be Sean and myself talking about food specifically. That way you can get some food tips, and we will tackle any submissions or any emails that you have. But if you haven't already, go to patreon.com/porkandwine. I'll bring it to the screen right here. Actually, I don't even know how to bring this recording for video format.
Okay.
Because all I see is you, and I have like a little screen on myself on this side.
Oh no. Technical
difficulties.
again, you guys, I'm flying blind. Like, I have not seen Casey this whole episode. So
yeah. Like I don't know what's going on. I can see his full reaction fine.
It's gonna be our notes and me. So hopefully I didn't do anything weird over the last.
No, you did not. You're okay, Sean. I love the little track jacket, by the way.
Oh man, yeah. Early in the morning, I'm just like,
early in the morning with a track jacket.
I
was about to go for a fucking run in a second. Now, if you haven't already, Chef Salty Pork on all your streaming services, on Apple or on Spotify. You can get all the newest episodes there. There is, I just want to say, there is a special episode coming today at 10 a.m. This is from a buddy of mine that we recorded last week. And he's from Copenhagen.
Hey.
Pretty cool dude. Check it out. It will be launching in about another hour or so. And this specific podcast should be out tomorrow. So I don't want to load all you guys out together for it. So for you listeners, tomorrow is today. Today's tomorrow. But yeah, that is check us out there. Give us some feedback. And then Sean, you wanna give one more thing?
Yeah, again, I'll just say, like, if you like what you've been listening to, just continue to tune in, share and like us, subscribe to pod, and support us. Hit us up with any comments and suggestions about anything. Reach out to us. Obviously, our restaurant is closing, but it doesn't mean that we still won't be, making our impact felt in different parts of the industry.
Yeah.
So, it's a sad time, but it's a time for us to kind of like grow and spread our wings and develop, and hopefully we'll be able to bring that to you guys in the future.
I don't think it's sad, Sean. I think it's great.
I mean, I'm of a few different opinions.
I know.
Yeah, we have a really good crew.
Yeah.
We work with a lot of good people, and it's gonna be something to not be working alongside all of them in the same capacity, and I think that's a bit sad. But in terms of for some other reasons, it's kind of good that that restaurant and that chapter in that particular building are coming to an end.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. We've been with the same staff for 6-7 years now.
Yeah,
with this crew.
I mean, I'm talking to one of the guys
even longer than we have.
20 years.
A lot longer, rather.
20 years.
And
I mean, Val was saying, he's like, we close up on the 21st, and if he would be 4 days short of being there 19 years.
Oh wow.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? 19 years. So the changes that he's seen, you could probably write a book about just that.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss everybody. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then I won't miss him a day after. Oh my goodness. I am salty. That's hence my name.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I feel like
I love everybody. Other than that, MetroCard X on the Twitter handle. You can get Sean up. AskChefSalty at gmail.com. Please send us your reviews, your likes, any food questions or anything that you would like us to talk about. Let's get through it, because I think it's a lot better when we can get more conversations.
Oh, for sure.
More people chiming in, especially about food or whatever it is. You have a a crazy thing you've had, I don't know, somewhere in Japan or some junk, which you probably would, or like a cricket that you've had in Vietnam, which you probably would.
Tell me about a good hot dog you had in the streets of New York City. Like,
or,
that's
that
also
dirty
cool
hot
too.
dog that's been sitting in that
Just
water.
dirty
Let me
hot
know
dog
which
water.
stall it is. I would love to check it out.
You're wondering where this guy has washed his hands, or if he's ever washed his hands, or whatever. But it's cheap and it's good, and you want it, so you buy it.
Was it $1.50 now for Frank? I think
I'd say whatever, $1.50, $2, get it.
$2.
You know what I'm saying?
You sound like
ask questions later.
$2 for Frank, $3 for with soda.
Hey, see, that's it.
Right?
That's
how it usually goes?
You eat it, you consume it before you get to the next block, and that fuels you to do whatever you gotta do.
Guys, that's all we got. Other than that,
Peace out.